Chosen one, the night ahead is not like the others. There's a stillness in the air that feels alive, a silence that hums with expectation. The universe is aligning in ways you can't yet see, and while the world sleeps, something is preparing to shift. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange pull before you rest, the sense that something unseen is drawing closer. This is not your imagination. It's divine orchestration. Tonight, as your eyes close and your body drifts into stillness, the unseen world will begin to move on your behalf. What you've prayed for, cried for, waited for, will start to unfold while you sleep. Before you continue, I want you to watch this video until the very end, because the energy you carry tonight is sacred. As you listen, I want you to write your warmest wishes and 777 in the comments. Release them like whispers into the universe. Your words are not just text, they are frequencies that vibrate through time and space. When you write with love, you activate energy that multiplies. The more hearts that join, the stronger the current becomes. Wishes become waves, waves become reality. And tonight, that current begins. You've been walking through long days of uncertainty, carrying silent hopes like fragile glass in your chest. But what you don't realize is that your spirit has already been sending signals, aligning the very moments that will shift everything. Sleep is not the absence of motion. It's the stage where creation unfolds in silence. The universe does its deepest work when you release control. Tonight, as you rest, forces are being set into motion, plans rearranged, paths straightened, doors prepared to open. The chaos you've felt lately was not punishment, it was the prelude. Every unsettled thought, every restless night was your soul sensing what's coming. You've asked for clarity, and now it's coming through dreams, through whispers, through the language of the unseen. The hours ahead hold answers, dressed as visions. Don't dismiss what you see or feel in the quiet, the symbols, the faces, the moments that play like distant memories. That's how heaven speaks when the mind finally sleeps. The noise of the day fades and your soul steps into conversation with destiny. That's why tonight matters. It's not about rest, it's about revelation. While you sleep, your spirit will travel through unseen realms. It will visit places where your prayers have already been answered. You may not remember the full picture when you wake, but your energy will carry the imprint of what was revealed. You'll rise with a calm that makes no sense, a confidence that doesn't come from reason. That's because your subconscious will have already seen the outcome. It will know that everything you asked for has begun to take form. You are not alone tonight. The divine has stationed protection around you, not just to guard you, but to work for you. You'll feel it when you lie down. The heaviness that's been on your chest will lift. Your thoughts will quiet, and an invisible peace will settle over you. That peace isn't just comfort, it's the sign that things are being rearranged. Heaven works best in silence because silence leaves no room for fear. Every delay, every unanswered moment is converging now into purpose. What felt like waiting was timing. What felt like loss was redirection. You were never being denied, you were being aligned. Tonight is the turning point. Something is being released into your timeline. You won't need to chase it or earn it, it's already written into your name. While you rest, the blueprint of your destiny is being updated. The things that didn't work out will make sense. The people who left will no longer sting. The path that once seemed unclear will begin to glow with direction. You may wake in the middle of the night feeling warmth or a sudden stillness or even a rush of emotion you can't explain. Don't be afraid, that's the shift taking place. The energy is entering your field, and your body can feel it before your mind understands it. You'll sense the invisible work happening, like something brushing against your soul, soft but undeniable. The next morning will not be ordinary. You'll open your eyes and something inside you will feel different, lighter, stronger, certain. The universe is whispering in the dark tonight, moving pieces that once seemed lost. Old energies are being cleared. People who once drained your light are being distanced. Connections that were meant for you are being magnetized back into your orbit. You don't have to see it happen to trust that it is. Just like seeds buried beneath the soil, growth happens in silence. The roots of your destiny are strengthening beneath the surface right now. Your dreams tonight will carry messages, not of warning, but of awakening. You might see places you've never been, people you've never met, or light so pure it feels like home. These are not random visions, they're previews of what's to come. Pay attention to what lingers when you wake, the feeling, the color, the emotion, because that's your spirit remembering the future. It's the divine's way of saying, you're closer than you think. While you sleep, your angels will weave connections across time, opening pathways that your waking mind couldn't find. The energy of your name, your purpose, your essence is being spoken over creation. Every unanswered prayer is being reviewed. Every cry is being translated into transformation. The universe is not ignoring you. It's been building around you, waiting for your energy to match what's been promised. Tonight, the match happens. The lock opens. The code completes. As the night deepens, every ounce of exhaustion in your soul will turn into fuel for what's coming. The dreams you forgot, the strength you lost, the faith that flickered, all of it will be restored in your rest. Because while your body sleeps, your destiny awakens. The world will seem still, but in the unseen, movement will roar like fire through your timeline. You are not drifting into darkness, you are stepping into alignment. Something powerful begins tonight. The threads of your story are being rewoven with gold. The struggles that once defined you are being rewritten into wisdom. The heartbreaks that once hurt you are being transformed into healing for others. The universe is finalizing a cycle, closing doors that no longer serve your elevation. By the time the sun rises, your energy will no longer carry the same vibration. It will carry fulfillment. Chosen one, tonight is sacred. You are being rewritten while you rest, and when morning comes, you will wake not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to be. The night deepens, and with every passing hour, the invisible world begins to stir. You might not hear it, but your spirit does. The air shifts, subtle, electric, as unseen forces begin their work. Time feels slower when you close your eyes, but in the unseen, everything accelerates. Heaven doesn't sleep when you do. It moves faster, freer, unhindered by your worries or fears. The very energy of creation begins to pulse around you, rearranging the threads of your story in perfect, silent precision. You are entering sacred territory now, the realm between waking and dreaming, where your soul steps beyond the limits of the physical world. This is where destinies are adjusted, where answers descend like dew, where clarity visits the willing heart. You may not remember the details when you wake, but your energy will know. Your spirit will return, carrying new instructions, a quiet knowing that something has shifted for good. There is divine intelligence at work while you sleep. It reads every memory, every emotion, every prayer you left unfinished. It gathers your scattered strength and returns it to you multiplied. While your body lies still, your spirit is active, communicating, aligning, receiving. You are being healed on levels the conscious mind could never reach. The exhaustion that felt endless is being lifted, and the confusion that clouded your path is dissolving. You are being renewed from the inside out. Somewhere in the middle of the night, a door will open in the unseen. It might not look like anything in the physical world, but in the spirit it is radiant, a portal where old energy exits and new beginnings enter. You'll feel it subtly, perhaps as a warmth that runs through your chest or a calm that feels unfamiliar. That's the sign. It's not just rest, it's restoration. The universe has begun to respond to every vibration you've released. You might dream of water, flowing rivers, rainfall, oceans, stretching beyond sight. That is cleansing. It means the residue of your past is being washed away. You might dream of light, soft at first, then overwhelming. That's illumination. Your next steps are being revealed, your purpose reactivated. Or you might see yourself walking through places that feel familiar, yet different. That's transition. The old season of your life is closing and you are walking into the new. Even if you wake and forget the dream, trust the energy you feel when morning comes. If peace lingers, it's confirmation. If joy rises for no reason, it's arrival. The unseen always manifests first as emotion, a feeling that whispers, something is different now. Don't rush to understand it. Let the revelation unfold naturally. Your only task is to rest, to surrender, to allow the divine to move freely. This is why some of your greatest breakthroughs never happen during effort, but during surrender. Sleep is your greatest act of faith. It's your way of saying, I trust that while I rest, heaven works. You don't have to struggle to fix what's already being handled. You don't have to overthink what's already being rewritten. Tonight, your silence is louder than prayers. It's the language of belief. You've carried so much weight for so long. The universe saw you trying to hold it all together, pretending you were fine while you were breaking inside. But tonight, as your body releases the day, that weight is being lifted. The energy that's been pressing on your chest is leaving. The heaviness in your heart is being transmuted into light. You'll wake up feeling like you've shed years of burden, and you'll wonder why. This is why. The transformation happens quietly, invisibly while you sleep. Even your mind, the part of you that questions, doubts, analyzes, will find peace tonight. The thoughts that loop endlessly will fade. You'll fall into a depth of rest that feels sacred, like being held by something larger than yourself. The divine is covering you in safety, not just for rest, but for creation. Your energy field is expanding, stretching, making room for what's on its way. In the unseen, a plan is taking form. Threads that once seemed disconnected are being woven into a new pattern. People whose paths you're meant to cross are being positioned. Opportunities that once seemed locked away are being magnetized toward you. Every delay, every not yet, every almost, all of it is being reconciled. The timing that once frustrated you will now reveal its perfection. You are not missing out, you are being positioned. The alignment you've been praying for requires stillness, and sleep provides it perfectly. As you drift deeper into rest, your energy stops resisting. It becomes pliable, receptive, ready for divine instruction. You are stepping out of worry and into flow. This is where the miracles begin. Something sacred will happen in the final hours before dawn. The light of creation never stops. It simply shifts form. While the world outside grows quiet, heaven writes your next chapter. When the first rays of morning touch your skin, they will carry the echo of what was decided in your sleep. New beginnings, divine favor, unseen protection. You will wake not by accident, but by appointment. The old cycle will have closed. The doors you once begged to open will no longer matter, because new ones will stand before you. The rest you are entering tonight isn't just recovery, it's resurrection. The version of you that wakes in the morning will not be the same as the one who fell asleep. Something will have unfolded, something only heaven could orchestrate. The morning begins quietly, almost shyly. The light outside your window doesn't just enter the room, it feels as if it's entering you. There's something different in the air, it's so subtle but unmistakable. The tension that used to live in your chest has loosened. Your thoughts aren't racing the way they usually do. The heaviness you carried last night has vanished, replaced by an unfamiliar calm that feels sacred. You don't yet understand it, but something has already shifted. What was unfolding while you slept has finished its work. You sit up slowly, aware of the stillness. The world feels softer, lighter. It's as if creation itself has taken a deep breath and now everything has exhaled peace. You don't need a sign written in the sky, the proof is within you. The absence of fear is the first confirmation. The sense of clarity, even before you think a thought, is the second. You are no longer the same. Something in the unseen rewrote your vibration during the night. As you move through your morning, pay attention to how the smallest things begin to shimmer differently. The sound of birds outside, the warmth of light touching your face, even the rhythm of your heartbeat, all of it carries a message. You are aligned now. Heaven didn't just answer while you slept, it upgraded you. Your energy has been tuned to a higher frequency, one that now attracts peace, opportunity, and divine timing effortlessly. The people around you might sense it before you do. Someone may comment that you look lighter, brighter, calmer. They won't know why, but your presence will feel magnetic. It's because your energy field has expanded overnight, stretching beyond your physical body. You are radiating harmony, and and harmony attracts everything meant for you. The very things that once resisted you will now begin to flow toward you. That's how transformation announces itself, not with noise, but with ease. You may also notice that certain worries no longer make sense. The things that used to keep you awake seem smaller now. They haven't disappeared. They've simply lost their power. It's because the version of you that wakes today operates from a higher understanding. You've outgrown old fears without realizing it. Your subconscious has been rewired while you rested. Old stories deleted. New beliefs downloaded. You are literally thinking on a higher frequency. And because of that, the world will respond differently. Conversations that used to drain you will fade naturally. Opportunities that once ignored you will now notice you. The right people, the right timing, the right path all begin to magnetize toward your energy. This is the aftermath of divine unfolding. You didn't need to chase anything, you just needed to rest long enough for heaven to move. As the day continues, the universe will send small confirmations to remind you that last night was real. You might receive a message you weren't expecting, an apology, an opportunity, or a piece of good news that feels perfectly timed. You might overhear a conversation that answers a question you asked in silence. You might even sense an inner push to take a certain step and call someone, apply for something, revisit an idea. That's divine follow-up. The universe plants instructions inside intuition. When it feels right, don't hesitate. Follow that quiet pull. It's not random. It's the continuation of what began while you slept. The energy around you today is alive with motion. Every step you take carries echoes of the divine orchestration that worked through the night. You are walking through a timeline that has been cleared of old resistance. The very air seems to support your movement. The hours flow smoother and coincidences align in like constellations. You're not lucky. You're aligned. The delay is over because divine order has replaced chaos. You'll notice your dreams start to bleed into reality. Images you half remember will appear as signs in your day. Maybe you'll see the same color, number, or phrase that appeared in your sleep. That's how your subconscious confirms that what happened in the unseen is crossing into the seen. Reality bends gently to your vibration. And tonight, when you close your eyes again, the process will continue. Not because you're unfinished, but because growth never stops. The universe is teaching you a new rhythm, flow, not force. You no longer have to prove, chase, or beg. What's meant for you is already recognizing your frequency. You're not attracting from lack anymore, you're drawing from overflow. The dream world has merged with the waking one. What unfolded while you slept was the removal of barriers, the recalibration of your energy, and the restoration of your divine timeline. Now walk gently into the day ahead. Let gratitude be your language and calm your signature. Every moment will respond differently now because you are different. While the world slept, your destiny awoke. And though no one else saw it happen, your spirit knows. The shift wasn't a dream, it was the beginning. As the hours unfold, the light of the new day reveals what the night has quietly rewritten. You begin to notice the world responding to you in ways it never has before. Paths that once seemed complicated now feel open. People who once overlooked you now sense your presence, and Even ordinary moments carry an otherworldly rhythm. It's as if reality itself has shifted slightly to make space for something new. That's not coincidence, that's divine adjustment. What was done while you slept is now being expressed through the fabric of your day. There's a serenity following you now, like a subtle fragrance that lingers wherever you go. It doesn't demand attention, yet it changes everything it touches. That peace you feel isn't just calm, it's authority. It's the energy of someone who has aligned with divine timing. You don't need to announce it or explain it, it radiates naturally. People can feel it before you speak. Even chaos seems to pause in your presence because you've become a vessel of the balance restored overnight. You'll notice how your intuition sharpens. You no longer second-guess those quiet inner nudges. They arrive with clarity, carrying a sense of certainty that feels both new and ancient. When you feel drawn to make a decision today, you won't have to rationalize it, or your energy already knows. That's the afterglow of alignment. The same intelligence that guided the unfolding while you slept is still walking with you, whispering through instinct, steering you through peace instead of fear. And with every step, you're going to witness subtle synchronicities, numbers repeating, phrases reappearing, a song playing at the exact moment you think a certain thought. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations that the veil between the spiritual and physical has thinned. You're living in rhythm with divine flow now. Every event, every encounter, every delay, every surprise, all of it is orchestrated. You've shifted timelines, stepped into the one that was always meant for you. As the day progresses, your perception of time begins to change. Hours feel lighter, moments stretch with meaning. You'll realize that what once felt like endless waiting has dissolved. Things are happening faster, yet with more ease. That's because you've entered alignment where effort turns into effortless motion. You are now moving with divine momentum, not pushing, not pulling, simply allowing. This unfolding brings clarity to more than your circumstances. It brings clarity to your soul. You'll see the pattern now. How every rejection prepared you, how every detour redirected you, how every loss cleared space for what's arriving. What once felt unfair now feels necessary. The pain that once silenced you has become wisdom that speaks softly but powerfully through your presence. That's the transformation the night brought, not just change, but understanding. You are becoming aware that this wasn't a random night of peace. It was a divine reset. The dreams you had weren't just visions, they were instructions. Somewhere in the stillness of your sleep, heaven placed new codes within your spirit, upgrades to your patience, your awareness, your purpose. That's why you woke up remembering only fragments. The rest wasn't meant for your mind, it was meant for your soul. It's knowledge that will unfold through your actions, your timing, your intuition. And now, as that spiritual code begins to activate, opportunities will begin to appear in alignment with it. A conversation will lead to a breakthrough. An idea you dismissed will return stronger. A chance encounter will unlock the next step. The unfolding doesn't stop when you wake, it continues through the choices you make while conscious. You are walking inside the manifestation that began while you were asleep. But with all this energy moving, the universe also asks something of you. Protect your peace. Not everyone around you will understand the new vibration you carry. Some will feel confused by it, others may even be drawn to it for the wrong reasons. You don't need to prove anything, just stay rooted in calm. The peace that followed you from the night is your compass. If something disturbs it, it's not meant for you. You may also feel emotions rise unexpectedly throughout the day, waves of gratitude, even tears without sadness. Don't suppress them, that's your body releasing what it no longer needs. It's your spirit adjusting to its new frequency. Every emotion carries energy, and energy must move. Let it flow through you without judgment. You're being purified, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. By nightfall, you'll start to realize the magnitude of what has happened. You'll feel it in the spaces between your thoughts, in the stillness before sleep calls again. The divine is not finished. This was just the opening act. The rhythm of transformation doesn't stop once you're awake. It continues every time you breathe with awareness. Tonight's rest will not be ordinary either. Each time you close your eyes, more layers of the old dissolve. More fragments of your purpose align. The message is simple yet profound. The shift you prayed for has already begun. It didn't need your striving, it only needed your surrender. You're walking proof that rest is sacred, that stillness is power, that silence is creative. What unfolded while you slept continues to echo through your day, and we're in your peace, your clarity, your very presence. The universe has heard you, and it's responding through motion, through alignment, through the calm certainty that you now embody. And when you close your eyes tonight, you won't be waiting for miracles, you'll be resting inside one. The day has turned golden now, the sun begins to sink lower, and the sky melts into that gentle glow between light and night, the sacred hour where endings and beginnings meet. You can feel the hum of something larger still moving around you, quiet yet undeniable. Every breath feels deliberate, as if the air itself knows what has been completed. You made it through a transformation that required no effort, no struggle, only trust. What began as a whisper in the night has become a quiet revolution in your soul. You are not the same person who laid down to rest. Something within you awakened, not in noise, but in divine order. The path ahead feels illuminated, even if you can't see every step. There's an assurance in your spirit now, a certainty that doesn't demand proof. It's as if the universe has reached out, placed its hand on your heart and whispered, "I've got you. Keep walking." And you know, deep down, that you can. The energy that was working while you slept is still alive, still unfolding in the spaces you can't see. It's rearranging timelines, synchronizing connections, and softening the hearts that will soon cross your path. You may notice how effortlessly things begin to move. Delays fall away. Decisions that once felt heavy now come naturally. Conversations open doors. Every small step becomes significant because it's guided by a rhythm beyond the visible. The unseen continues its work quietly, flawlessly, faithfully. You've entered a flow where life no longer feels like resistance, but resonance. You're not chasing anymore, you're being carried. The universe isn't demanding more of you, it's responding to your alignment. Every time you exhale, it exhales with you. Every time you move forward with faith instead of fear, the road clears a little more. You're not just walking in divine timing. You are divine timing now, moving in sync with something far greater than chance. When you look back, you'll realize how perfectly it all aligned. The waiting wasn't wasted. The pain wasn't random. The sleepless nights were never empty. They were invitations to trust. You had to surrender before you could be guided. You had to release before you could receive. And now that you have, you're standing in the middle of what was always promised. Peace that doesn't depend on circumstance, strength that doesn't waver, clarity that doesn't fade. Something will continue to unfold each time you sleep because your soul has learned the secret. The divine doesn't need your effort to move mountains, only your permission. And you've given it, fully, freely, finally. You no longer carry the need to control. You no longer fear the unknown. You rest in it now, understanding that the unknown isn't emptiness, it's potential waiting to take shape. Each night becomes an altar, each dream a conversation, each morning a resurrection. So when darkness returns and the world grows quiet again, remember this night. Remember that miracles don't always arrive with thunder. Sometimes they slip in softly, carried by moonlight, woven into your breath. Remember that heaven moves most powerfully when you let go. And when you close your eyes again, know that the same hands that shaped your tomorrow while you slept last night will do it again, faithfully, lovingly, perfectly. You've entered a new rhythm now, one where peace is not the reward, but the foundation. Everything from this moment forward will grow from that peace. Relationships will feel different, opportunities will carry more meaning. Even challenges will unfold differently, not as threats, but as lessons shaping your strength.